Hi, it's Jim Dodson, your Florida bike guy. I ran across a story recently that I thought it would be really interesting to share with you. It's a great example of what I call making a committed decision. The difference between, someday I'm going to do something and nothing's going to stop me from doing this. Now, I ran across a story about Tracy Sefcik. She lives up in Illinois, and she was from a military background and was committed to trying to raise awareness and funds for veterans and first responders. And she made a decision, a commitment, to ride her bicycle cross country. Now, a lot of people do that, and it's certainly not unusual that people ride cross country. But I think when you hear more about Tracy, you'll see what's kind of unique about this. It took her about 2 years to plan the trip, and she did most of the riding alone. It was a 61-day total trip, 49 days I think were on the bike. She was doing 65 to 75 miles a day. She was raising money for her charity, or her awareness for military guys, called Cross Country Cycle for Vets. And over the course of her trip, she raised about $27,000. It's interesting that, someone asked her, were you prepared? Did you train enough for this trip? And were you ready for what you encountered? And she said, well, yes and no. You can't train for 35-mile-per-hour crosswinds. And you can't train for 40-degree mountain climbs in the rain, or 75 miles from point A to point B in Texas with no food or water in between, or drought conditions, or rattlesnakes, or dogs, or all the other sundry things that people encounter when they ride across country. And you also can't prepare for the great stories of the Good Samaritans that helped her, fed her, contributed to her fund along the way. Tracy was able to make her trip. She completed the trip from San Diego to St. Augustine. She was successful in her purpose. She committed to her decision. The thing that's unusual about Tracy is that she has epilepsy and asthma and a brain tumor. And despite these things, and she had some 16 seizures along the way and 2 asthma attacks, yet she was persistent and she met her goal and she did exactly what she set out to do, despite all those who would say, what are you thinking? You can't do this. I just find stories like Tracy's to be inspiring. I think they help me through the day. They give me purpose. Over the course of time, I've written a number of, I'd call them essays. They're articles that we put in our various newsletters. I put them together in a resource that's on our website called Thoughts on Living Your Best Life. And you can get a copy of this. While it's on the newsletter, while it's on the website, you can go to bit.ly/thoughts on your best life and download it. We have about 28 articles that I've written there that I think you'll find inspiring and helpful, and maybe think a little differently about what you want to do with your life, or that for your kids maybe. So from the Florida Bike Guy, that's it for today. Make it a good one.